Hi, and welcome to a new video on this channel. I'm not gonna say on the single player world, because we're not gonna be here for that long. This video is kinda just me having fun and trying to help some people in the community. I'm part of a few Discord servers, and I've seen the question of how do I start a build or how do I plan out a build quite a few times, so I thought I'd give my way of doing it. And I truly hope that this can help some people. If you just enjoyed the video, that's fine. If you actually got some tips out of it, that's even better. But let's get to a creative world and try and find out how I build my houses. So the first step that I take is outlining my build. I try to create a interesting shape, which is not just square, but it has things sticking out of it. There is different shapes in it, and I try to accentuate the different parts of the building already with different colors. So we have a tower coming in, we have the upper floor and the lower floor, which I am gonna try and separate from each other. A good thing to keep in mind is to work in odds rather than evens, so that will make building and detailing later on a lot easier. So this one's 5 in between the two outer walls. It's very important to do that. So step two is very simple. I'd like to already kind of have my block palette ready. I lay it out first all together, and then I try and find the gradients in the blocks. So we'll have stone bricks into stone into andesite, and then we'll have stripped jungle logs into our beloved mud bricks, and then some stripped dark oak logs. And this is how things look. You see, I divided up the upper floor and the lower floor right here. We have our two pillars, and I connected the sticky outy bit to the floor. Notice that there's no floors actually in this house. This is literally just the walls. Just so you get kind of a feel of what the size and what the shape of the building is gonna be. The next step is basically two steps in one. And it's doing the same for your roof. So we'll make an outline of the roof, and then we'll just take our blocks that we picked for the roof and we'll fill it in. We'll fill in every roof that we were capable of. Again, try and make your roofs different, so it's not the same. Like, use different slopes. This one is rather steep in the beginning, goes less steep. It's different over here, so we have less steep, and then we'll go in a very high pitch. Same here, we've got the sticky outy bit connecting into the roof. This one's just slabs, and then we have a witch hat on top of the tower. Again, very basic, but this basically could be your house that you live in. Put in a front door, and that's it. Now, if you want to make this look at least a bit different and a bit better, you'll want to create more depth to it. So that's step 3. Creating more depth. And depth is a very broad term to just say create layers in your walls. So we'll have our base wall here. Our second layer is basically the upper wall of the upper building, but then we'll have stuff like our blinders, the overhang of the roof, little balconies or plant boxes, little details on the wall, or even little overhangs over your window. Little balconies, as I said before. Smoothing out your transitions between two walls is also very important to make that depth look very natural. Very normal, if I could say it like that. But yeah, having plant boxes, having little blinders will make your house look quite a bit better, in my opinion. Another way to add depth into your build is to add texture, and that's step 4. You see, we take some blocks, we add some texture into the build, but we don't overdo it. We don't want it to be a massively texturized building, because this is even though it's rather big, it's very small scale. This is a house that's scaled to a player, so we don't really want very excessive texturization, but we do want to add that hint of color into your build. And then the last step, and in my case it's the most important step, is detailing the build. And honestly, your build is not going to change that much, but it's mostly the environment around your build. You can detail in a lot of ways. You can, of course, do interiors, but you're on an X channel, so we don't do interiors. But you can add trees into, you can add little plant fields. You could even add, I haven't done it, but you can even add some little wheelbarrows and stuff around the place, as if people are moving stuff. Same with carts or a horse, wherever. It's just it's adding life to your build. And this, in my eyes, if we compare this to this, it's a lot of difference. Again, this building is perfectly fine to live in, practically, but if you want it to look nice, it's also always easier to add some detail, add some depth, and add some fanciness to it, I guess. And now this is ready for you to go inside, add in a storage unit, maybe a bed on the second floor, and just enjoy your life in your hardcore or single player survivor world. So I hope these tips kind of helped you, kind of gave you an insight on how I do things and how I go about designing a new build. And I hope to see you in the next video on this channel. It's probably gonna be a survivor world or an SMP video. But yeah, I'm working on a few projects, as I said before. And this one was just kind of an in the moment kind of video. If you do want more of this type of content, let me know in the comments, leave a like and hit that subscribe button, and I'll see you all in the next one. Bye!